What's going on, everyone? This is Vince with vshred.com, and if you are sick and tired of going to the gym and running on the treadmill for 45 minutes or riding the bike for an hour, it's time to say goodbye to that, because in today's video, I'm going to tell you a 5 simple step process so that you can burn fat faster without ever doing steady state cardio again.
I'ma keep on going up till the lights go down.
All right, so like I said, in today's video, we're gonna be going over a simple 5-step process so that you can burn fat faster and achieve your fitness goals faster. Before we get into that though, I do wanna say, if at any point throughout this video you do decide that you are enjoying it, you are learning from it, make sure that you're clicking that thumbs up button below. It really does help me and our team here on the channel to have our videos seen by more people so that it can hopefully help them on their fitness journey as well. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button and that little notification bell. That way you get notifications when we post a new video, because you're probably missing out on a ton of content if you're not on that post notification list. And last but not least, if you are looking for more help with getting in shape, this is going to be a great video to get you started. But I do have a free body type quiz that basically you answer 6 questions about yourself and what you're trying to do and where you're stuck and what you're having troubles with, and then it spits out a video where I tell you the 3 best things for your specific goals. If you want to check that out, I'll throw a link to it down in the description below. We've had over 2 million people start there and get amazing results from it, and you can be next. So if you want to check that out, click that link. But now let's get into today's video. All right, so jumping into the bulk of the video now, we are going to be talking about HIIT workouts. Maybe you've heard of them before. It stands for high intensity interval training. And basically what that is you're going through these short intervals of max intensity. You're doing burpees or jump squats or jump lunges or sprints for 20, 30, 40 seconds, and then you're doing that same amount of rest, 20, 30, 40 seconds of rest, or very low intensity. And so you go back and forth between those, do it 10, 15 times, and that makes up your whole workout. And the reason that this is so much better, and this is why I said you won't have to be doing steady state cardio ever again, the reason it's better is for 2 main reasons that come down to one ultimate reason. The 2 main reasons: one is it takes a lot less time than steady state cardio. You can do a full HIIT workout with a warm-up and a cool down in less than 15 minutes. A steady state cardio workout, on the other hand, takes 45 minutes to an hour. The other main reason is the number of calories you burn. And the ultimate reason that HIIT is so much better is sustainability. There is nothing more sustainable than a 10-minute workout over a 45-minute workout, because if you're being told to go to the gym every single day and run on the treadmill for 45 minutes, you're gonna be able to stick to that for a month or 2, maybe 3 tops, unless you just absolutely love running like a psycho. And then you're going to quit, because that's not sustainable. You can't stick to that long term, so you're eventually gonna fall off the wagon. So that's what HIIT is, that's why it's good. Now let's get into the 5 simple steps to make sure you're doing HIIT perfectly. The first main tip is to make sure that you are doing short intervals. There's been so many times when I hear people doing HIIT workouts and they're basically doing these 1 or 2 minute intervals where they're trying to go max intensity. But let me tell you something, to make HIIT workouts work, you have to go at your top 80 to 90% of your max heart rate. And so to get there, let's say you're sprinting, just to make it simple, you have to be absolutely sprinting pretty much as fast as you can, or close to as fast as you can, to get your heart rate all the way up there. And if you are sprinting as fast as you can, or as fast as you should be, there is no way you're gonna be able to sprint that fast for 1 to 2 minutes. And so if you are going for 1 to 2 minutes, you're just simply not going as hard or as intense as you can for that period of time. Therefore, you are taking away from your HIIT workout and making it almost pointless. So first tip is make sure that you are doing short intervals with max intensity, which is actually gonna be my second tip. So these are kind of mixed together, is making sure that you are giving it 100% effort. Again, if your intervals are too long, you are not going to be giving it your max effort. Also, if you're going to the gym and you think that you're gonna be doing a HIIT workout today, and let's say you get your intervals right and you're doing 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. That's actually usually what I do. It's a great ratio. Let's say you get that part right. But now you're just kind of going, you're lollygagging through that 20 second interval. That's not going to get you there because, again, you have to get your heart rate up to that 80 to 90% of your max heart rate. And so making sure that you are staying disciplined enough. If you're going to choose to do a HIIT workout, you need to make sure you are giving those working intervals your absolute everything and not being lazy about it. Otherwise, you might as well just go on the Stairmaster and you might as well just walk stairs for 45 minutes. And then the third tip is making sure that you are doing high intensity movements. This is another one that can get messed up pretty easily because you think HIIT workouts, and yes, you can go on the treadmill and you can do a HIIT workout with sprints, or you can do it on a bike and just go max intensity on the bike or the elliptical, or really you can run upstairs at a stadium or something like that. But if you are going to be picking exercises to do, you need to make sure that you are picking the correct exercises, meaning they are high intensity exercises. If you're doing an exercise like push-ups, what's gonna happen if you're doing push-ups is your chest is going to fatigue before your body, or before you can get out of breath and your heart rate can get as high as it needs to get. And so if you are looking for some exercises that you can do to plug into your HIIT workouts, I'll throw a card right up to the top of the screen, one of these corners, to the 15 best high intensity interval training exercises. And I even kind of run you through how to create that workout with your ratio and everything. If you want to check that out, go ahead and click that. But making sure that you are using exercises that are high intensity exercises and not just something like a sit-up or a push-up where that muscle group is going to get fatigued before you actually get your heart rate up as high as it needs to be. All right, and then for the fourth tip, and this is one that I think is probably messed up the most when it comes to HIIT workouts, is you want to make sure that you don't have any wasted seconds. What I mean by that is when it comes to HIIT workouts, you're working with seconds here, not minutes like you are with regular steady state cardio. And so when you're doing these 20-second on, 20-second off intervals, you got to make sure every second is being used effectively. And so what that means is if you have a working session, and this is probably one of the best tips I can give you with HIIT workouts, is you want to start ramping up. Like let's say you're doing sprints again, it's going to take you 3-4 seconds to get into a full sprint. And so what you want to do is you want to start getting into that sprint 3 or 4 seconds before your working session starts, so that the second your working session starts, the second that timer says go, you're already going max speed. And then you want to make sure that you're pushing all the way through that 20 seconds. You're not slowing down at 17 seconds. You're not slowing down at 18 seconds. You're not even slowing down at 19 seconds. You are pushing all the way through to that 20 second like it's a finish line in a race, and you are pushing as hard as you can. And then after that 20 seconds is up, that's when you start to ramp down. You go into that rest, and then you start ramping up with like 2 seconds of your rest done, so that you can be going max speed the entire working session. So tip number 4 is no more wasted seconds. And then the final tip, and this is something that I kind of mentioned earlier in the video, is that you can do this every other day. You don't have to do this every day. And this is actually probably a tip that you actually enjoy hearing, because you don't have to go do HIIT workouts all the time. So how HIIT workouts work is there's this thing called excess post-oxygen consumption. And the reason that we are trying to get our heart rate up to that 80-90% max range is so that we can start to initiate this excess post-oxygen consumption. Excess post-oxygen consumption is basically where your body burns calories to replenish your oxygen stores. You basically work so hard that you completely deplete your oxygen stores to like a negative balance. And so after you deplete your oxygen stores completely, your body has to work overtime for the next 24 to 48 hours to replenish those oxygen stores, and it burns calories the entire time it takes to do that, which can take up to 48 hours. So for a 10-minute HIIT session, your body is not only going to burn as many calories in that 10-minute session as it would for a 45-minute run, but you're also going to burn calories for up to 2 days after that workout, making it so that you don't have to do it every single day, and you can do it every other day, but you're still going to be burning calories every single day. But that's all for today's video, guys. I really do hope you found this helpful, because HIIT workouts are probably one of the best pieces of advice I can give to anybody out there who is trying to get in shape and cut down on body fat, which is pretty much everybody, including myself. Again, if you are looking for a little more help with getting in shape beyond just HIIT workouts, we do have a free body type quiz that not only tells you all about HIIT and how to structure your workout perfectly, but also tells you 2 other tips depending on what your specific goals are. So in the quiz, I'll put a link to it in the description. But that's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, click that thumbs up button below. Join the V-Shred fam here on YouTube by subscribing. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.